I sip my coffee, reading some business news. I still have some time before starting my new job. I didn't move Seoul for work, I just wanted to. It's been years since I last lived here. I can't even remember exactly when. When I was 19, my parents and I moved abroad. We lived there for 5 years before returning to South Korea. For past 2 years, we have been living in Busan. That makes it a total 7 years since we last lived here. I come back to live on my own and assure my parents that I'm 26 now, not 16. They don't need to worry about me 24/7 hours. I'm well educated, financially independent, and more than capable of taking care of myself. To ensure my safety, I will learn various self defense techniques, including judo and karate. Lost in thought, I snap back to reality and decide to head to my new workplace. Locking the gate behind me, I get into my car. V and Y. I repeat the company name as I drive. It has a nice ring to it. Upon arriving, I park the car and take a deep breath before stepping into the company building. With a steady speed, I walk toward the reception. Hello, I'm Han Wan, the new financial manager. I place the file on the counter and the receptionist smiles politely. I think she remembers me from 2 days ago when I come for interview. Receptionist. Yes, ma'am, please wait for a moment. I will call Mr. Kim's secretary. She will escort you to him. I nod and return her smile. Thank you. A few minutes, a girl approaches, but immediately I recognize that she is Mr. Kim's secretary. Girl, hello, Miss Han Wan. I am Mr. Kim's secretary, so nice to meet you. She smiled politely and I returned the gesture. Nice to meet you too. So please follow me, Miss Wan. I know that she begins walking not too fast but keeping pace beside me. Wan, are you Mr. Kim's new secretary? Because when I came here 2 days ago, there was someone else. I glance at her as she walks, smiles and shakes her head. She is a friendly arrow but maintains a professional demeanor. So, I think you are referring to Adam Stickham's secretary. I work for Son, the CEO of this company. I'm not processing the information. Thank you, Miss Soul. She shakes her head and slightly smiles back. So, no need to thank me, Miss Han. It's my job to explain things to you. My boss specifically ordered that his father conduct an interview for a few new financial manager himself just to ensure that there was no mistake this time like before. I nodded understanding, remembering how Mr. Kim mentioned that a previous financial manager had scammed the company by transferring stocks to illegal shares. She is in prison now. So we are here. We stop in front of the door with the CEO nameplate. So knocks, but there is no response. Just then the door suddenly opens. So, Miss Joey Yari, what were you doing inside? And is Mr. Kim here? I noticed Soul subtle eye roll, though she quickly composed herself. I just came to see him. He's not here. I think he's at the cafe. Still, Miss Yari, you can't enter his office without his permission. You know how he is. He won't like this. Oh, please stop your lectures, for God's sakes. You are just his secretary, and do you know who I am, right? Just because I work here doesn't mean I can't make your life difficult. Just stay in your lane. She scoffs and walks away, her heels clicking against the floor. My jaw clenches at audacity, but remind myself to stay patient. Judging by her attitude, she's exactly what I expected, a rich bird who drives on enlightenment. But this is my first day, and it would be foolish to get into confrontation already. I inhaled sharply, clenching my fist, and watched her disappear down the hall. I'm sorry her behavior. Why? It's not your fault. I think she needs her karma. So just ignore her now, Miss Hanwan. I'm heading to the cafe because I got a message from Mr. Kim. Can you wait in the lounge? She said as she checked her text sent by CEO. I nodded and walked toward the lounge. Meanwhile, then, Dad, are you sure? I'm more than sure this time, Dad. I will feel guilty of my own blood because he deserved it. The Emperor, shocked by his father's words, still couldn't process what he had just heard. Are you listening, Tang? I'm going to your brother because he deserved it. Tang looked his father's cold expression. He wasn't bluffing. His own father was telling him to kill his son. It's not like he will change or become a better person. No, he's only getting worse day by day. Year by year, before he ruins more lives, we have to end him. Then solved hard not out of fear but his brother, but because his man now involved, and then his father had no idea how much he wanted this, how many years he had dreamed of burying his brother with his own hands. Dad, you are right, he deserved this. Mr. Kim nodded, his head hanging low for a moment, then felt a flicker of fear. What if his father changed his mind? Yeah, I know. I think if I had done this before years ago, maybe we would living a happier life now. But it's his life to repay for all the crimes he had committed, and we both know we can't win against him legally, so we have to him. He emphasized the last part, his voice warm as if pressuring himself more than Taehyung, even if his heart didn't fully agree. The part of him that cared for Taehyung was telling him to eliminate his other son. Taehyung stood up, straightened his shirt and composed himself. I understand, and you are right, we have to end him. Mr. Kim nodded, leaning back in his chair. As he sipped his coffee without another word, Taehyung walked out of the room. Taehyung swore, I told my secretary that I was at the cafe. I didn't want her to come into the room while Dad and I were talking. As I headed toward my office, something made me stop in my tracks. Chuyari, her voice ranged through the hallway, loud and obnoxious. Was she shouting again? I clenched my jaw, my patience wearing thin. I just want to kick her out of this building, but because of my father, I can't. Angrily, I started walking toward the cushions, determined to put an end to the nonsense on one way or another. Meanwhile, here I was sitting in the lounge area, sipping the smoothie I got from the maid staff. This company service is really good. At least that's what I thought until I heard the same irritating voice. Joyari, I turned my head and found her shouting at a child. Seriously, why does she think she is? I was about to get up and intervene, but just then my phone rang. Glancing at the screen, I realized it was an important call. I had to pick it up. Head of your move. Yeah, hello, Mr. John. As he turned to answer the call, Taehyung strode straight toward Yari. More employees were gathered watching the scene unfold, but you don't notice because he moves from behind you. Taehyung, what the hell is going on here? His voice booms across the areas, everyone flinches, and the child was still being held in a place by Yari's grip looked like he is about to cry. Yarite, look at this brand. He spilled juice all over my dress, she huffs angrily. I am so sorry, sir. I was just about to drop my son at the play area, but he accidentally bumped into Miss Yari. The mother placed nervously, then sharp gaze turned at Yari, his jaw tightened. Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not making a scene for no reason. This kid ruined my dress, she argues, crossing her arms. The employees murmur among themselves, some exchange nervous glances. I warned you last time, Yari. If you pull something like this again, it would be your last day in this office. His voice is cold, his hand tucked into his office. The tension thickens, some staff member whispered to each other, sensing the shift in power. Yari stepped closer and lowers her voice as making, You can't fire me, Day. You know my dad gave you 55% of shares because of me. Then clenches his jaw, his eyes dark, bone and hires. Then, don't you push me, Yari. I can cancel the deal anytime and I have the resource to sustain this company without your father's investment. But can you afford the loss? His voice is sharp, cutting through her arrogance like a blade. Yari's mid fades. Her father was already facing financial problem, and she knew Taehyung wasn't bluffing. Gulping, she nods reluctantly. You know what you have to do? Yari signals sharply, then turns to the employee and the child. Her jaw tightens, but she forces out the words. I'm sorry, miss, and I'm sorry, kid. She crouches down slightly, lowering her voice so only the child can hear. But don't ever come near me again, I hate kids. The boy nervously nods, clutching his mother's hand. Your boy ended the call and turned toward the commotion, but the crowd was already disappearing. What just happened? Wait, where is Mr. Kim's secretary Soul? She was supposed to be here by now. As I start walking, my eyes land on a man standing nearby, checking his watch. His broad back seemed familiar, but the moment he turns around, my breath catches. My eyes water and my heart pounds, it seemed. Out of a bow. As Taehyung turns, they both freezes, their eyes lock, unable to believe who stands before them. One of their eyes is filled with pure heartbreaking emotions, while the other reflects heartbreak but with a burning rage and anger mixed in. There felt suffocating for her. The flashback of that night crashes into her like a wave, stoning her memories she wished she could forget. Flashback 7 years ago. Today's my birthday, a grand celebration as I turned 28. My close friends Earlier, but once my parents is missing the most important person in my life without him, this party feels empty. He promised he had come quickly but is still not here. Why now are you waiting for Taehyung? Yeah, dad, I have been calling him but he's not picking up. Just then Arya, my best friend, rushes over and pulls me aside from my parents. Her expression is pale and she hesitates before responding to me. What is it? Arya bites her lip before finally speaking. When John and Bill found out something Taehyung is at his house, his dad, Mr. Kim suddenly had a grand celebration party. My brows froze in confusion. Why didn't Taehyung tell me? He never has things for me. But why is that the reason he didn't come? I glanced at John and Bill, who I seen hesitant nods. Arya, when your boyfriend is getting engaged today? I was hit me like a thunderbolt. My head started spinning. What? My We had been in a relationship for 2 years. When I turned 18, he confessed in front of the entire school, saying we would get married one day. My parents and even his mother had approved of our relationship. No, this must be a mistake. I know Taehyung, he wouldn't do this. I forced a tight smile, but my friends exchanged uneasy glances. We hope it's a misunderstanding too. Why don't let this ruin your birthday? There is no proof yet, right? Yeah, let's enjoy the party when. The next morning, they still isn't answering my calls. Frustration builds up. What if it's true? What if he really got engagement last night? He has been acting strangely lately. Just then, my phone vibrates with a message. Mine, come to my house. I need to talk. I immediately reply, spamming him with a message, but he doesn't even read them. Mom, Dad, I'm going to Taehyung's house. Drive safely, sweetheart. Come home quickly. I not rushed out, grabbing my car keys. When arrive at his house, I ring the bell and the maid hesitantly opens the door. Miss Wan, is Taehyung home? She looks nervous but nods. He asked me to come. She steps aside and let me in. My heart pounds as I walk toward his room. His behavior has been so strange lately. What is he hiding? Catches my chest tightens. It's his voice, but that is another voice, a woman. Tears well up in my eyes. The door isn't fully closed, so the small gap I can hear every sound. You are my fiance now, so I can, however I want. I slap my hand off my mouth. My whole body shaken. No, this can't be real. I grip the doorknob, my vision blurring with rage and outbreak. Taking a deep breath, I push the door open. There they are. They are lying in a bed, a smack on his face, a woman covering herself with the weight. Disgust filled me, but Taehyung doesn't even get up. Can you stop staring at and get out? Don't run that moment. I clench my jaw, my face turning white. The girl hesitates. Is this your girlfriend? Taehyung nods and laughs coldly. Yeah, but don't worry, babe. She's nothing to me, not like she was ever. His voice sliced through me like a knife. I don't hesitate, grabbing the water jug from the nightstand and throw the entire thing on his disgusting face. Yo, what the hell? He shouts, but I don't stop. I hurl the jug at his favorite body part and he groans in pain. You are the disgusting here, and don't you dare show me your face again, or I swear I will scratch you until you beg for. With that, I stormed out, leaving behind a person I once loved. After that night, I never saw him again. No calls, no message, no apologies, no holy romance, whispers of his dirty secrets, how he even forced himself on some. He made never tried to reach me and never looked back. But I made a promise of myself, if I ever see him again, I will slap him hard enough to shake his entire being. And now he stands right in front of me. You stare at him in a pure disgust and anger. You walk toward him and without thinking, a hard slap at his startled him. He nearly loses his balance. Everyone gaps and instantly look at you. Then, still processing what happened, his hand hanging low, you grab his collar and slap him hard again on the other side. Another gasp echoes through the room, and some feel a chill around their spines as they watch Yari covers and mouth in shock. This is my revenge, Taehyung, grabbing his collar, looking into his dark eyes. He smirks slightly. Miss Han Wayan, this is our CEO. You don't remove your hand from his collar even after hearing this. You had no idea he was your boss or the CEO, but you don't regret what you just did. Your boss deserved this, you say, holding the unreadable gaze. Your heart is still unsatisfied because his eyes show neither anger nor guilt. They are telling you something else. Your jaw clenches as you finally let go of his collar. The room fills with a whisper. Security, throw this woman out of the building right now. She shouts as security approaches. You roll your eyes. Taehyung motions for them not to touch you. Everyone in the office is aware of his anger issues and they all assume this is the end of you. You won't get a job anywhere in this country now. When this is the first word you hear from him, this is his surprise, shocked, his words feel him. You scoff looking at him, his eyes disgust, and your eyes tell him I hate you with every fiber of my being. You crazy woman, get out of the building right now. You glance at them one last time, a full hatred before turning to leave. There's nothing left for you here, and you don't regret losing this job on your first day. Please don't leave. You hear his desperate voice, but you don't turn. The next thing you know, he is standing in front of you. Go, you all. Focus on your work. He throws them a sharp gaze. Everyone sits back down, and Yanni mumbles something before disappearing. Wine, how are you? You are frown confused. Did you want another slap? Then move aside. I don't want to see you. You don't have to. You left me that time without an explanation when I needed you the most. His voice shifts from desperation to firm resolve. I don't have any explanation for you. Understand? You broke my heart and I gave you your punishment. Now it's done. Everything between us is over. You say coldly and start to walk away, but he grabs her wrist. What the hell? I am not the same person you are talking about. I whisper, looking deeply into your eyes. Do you think I am an idiot? Yes, you are. His jaw clenches. You left me without even trying to find out. Find out what, huh? I saw you, your fiancée, when I didn't even know she was your fiancée. She was not my fiancée or anything to me. While I waited all this year just to tell you this, to pour my heart out. You stare at his face, confused. He looks desperate to explain his expression filled with happiness, just as seeing you again. Stop, Taehyung. I don't want to hear your lies. You try your best not to raise your voice. I am not lying. He reaches out for your hand, but you shove him away. He's a shadow seeing you like this, but he knows the reason. He knows why you hate him so much, even when it wasn't his fault. When you notice him pushing deep in thoughts, you take the chance to walk away. Taehyung watches your bike as you leave. In the evening, yeah, mom, dad, I'm fine. You say, but they can tell your voice feels heavy even when they show you face in the front of the camera. While you will find a better job, dear. Don't dwell in too much on it. You're not. Dad, fine. Maybe you should stay at Mr. Jeong's house for a day. You will feel better. Since your friend Joy just came back from my friends. Mr. John family lives and Soul enjoys your friend who used to live alone in France where you also lived. Yeah, she told me and invited me too. She said it's a welcome party for her tomorrow and she won't celebrate if I don't come. You say not wanting to feel just like your life ruined just because of your ex young, so you agree to go to her party. The doorbell rings. I think my food order has arrived. Mom, Dad, okay, sweetheart, take care. You go to buy. You and call and stand up to open the door. As soon as you open it, your eyes widen at the sight of the person standing there. What are you doing here? You nearly shout. Don't you think you should pay for what you did, Miss Hanwine? A juggle showing you his cheek where the red marks are still visible. You suddenly feel bad, but your anger doesn't fade. Don't you dare step inside my house or I will call the cops. You say coldly, gripping the door. Taehyung hides the pain he feels for your harsh treatment. Why do you think I'm a psychoist? Do you think I would break into your house and try to kiss you? He speaks softly, your jaw clenches, you want to punch him. Get out of here, Taehyung. There's nothing for you. You try to slam the door in his face, but he stops it. Do you think I can't go to the police and report that a woman came into my office and abused me in front of all my employees? Well, I have plenty of CCTV proof. He smirks as he speaks softly. You clench your fist. You know what? Go ahead and do it. I'm not scared of you. You are nothing but a disgusting man. Boss is trying to escape. A man runs and panting as he speaks. Taehyung, you stare at him confused. Bring him here. The man nods and leaves. Taehyung, go away and mind your business. How many times do I have to prove that I hate you? But I don't. He says softly, roll your eyes and sigh. I don't care about your opinion, mister. It's not an opinion, it's my feeling, my love. You close her eyes, taking a deep breath in anger, wanting to snap him again. He's here, sir. Your eyes widen as you see him. Down a tan man dressed in black. A man is tied up with a rope. His face is covered and his hands and legs are. He looks badly. Taehyung, if you kidnap someone, why are you bringing him here? You ask your wife, shaking as you look at the man. He is my brother. Your eyes widen in shock. As far as you remember, he never had any siblings. He was his mother's only son. Come inside. You shake your head. You can't. He nods in agreement. Remove his face cover. He orders and the man obey. Your breath ages when you see the man's face. It's identically Taehyung's. There is no difference between them, not even their age. Your head feels dizzy. Double Taehyung, you're still in shock when this is my brother Seha. He's the one who made you think I cheated on you that day. Suddenly Seha strides slightly and his body still awake after Taehyung's merciless beating. You, Taehyung, I will enter. He shouts. Taehyung signals man to inject. And you fall asleep. You cover your mouth as the man drags him away. Taehyung makes out of making a chill run down your spine. Explain everything, Taehyung. You cross your arms and say coldly, it's a long story. Can I come inside, my love? She speaks softly. You suddenly remember how he always used to call you my love in every sentence. Inside the house, you sit in front of him, but far away on the sofa. You can't believe what he just confessed. His family hired his twin brother Ziha because he used to harm Taehyung since childhood and even tried to hurt his mother and father. Dad on the balcony putting him into for many years. That's why you never saw his father. On your birthday, Zeha caused a terrible accident involving Taehyung and his mother. They were hospitalized for more than 2 months. That day, it wasn't Taehyung, it was Zeha. He knew Taehyung loved you more than his own life, and that you and Taehyung shared a deep love. To break your trust and make you hate Taehyung, just like his parents hated him. Seha made you believe that Taehyung had cheated on you. Seha was always the jealous type. He thought I was stealing everything from him and that everyone hated him because of me, so he made you hate me too. Taehyung says sadly, you are still processing everything. But now that's sad too, because 2 days ago he tried to harm mom again. You gulp, so this wasn't his fault. Sorry, you say, looking down. A tear drops into your lips. Taehyung shakes his head. It's okay, my love. It's not your fault. It was his, and I can nap peacefully now because you don't hate me anymore. You don't know how much it gave me all these years. Every time I remember that you hated me, you bite your lip and sure what you say. I don't hate you anymore there. You say, looking at him. His eyes are teary too, and when a tear slip down his cheeks, you stand up and wipe it away. His breath hitches as he gently gets your face before wiping your hot tears. He holds himself back from standing up to wipe your tears earlier because he doesn't want to touch you without your permission, unlike before when you were in a relationship. I still love you, but it's okay if you have already moved on, my love. He says with a small sad smile. Your heart races. I tried to move on, but every time I got into a relationship with someone, that painful day flashed in my mind, so I never got into a serious relationship with anyone. You say softly and sits beside him. You both have so much to say to each other, yet neither of you realize how strong this moment was. What about you? You are staring at your lips, Stephen, suddenly overwhelmed with emotion. You place a comforting hand on his back. I never thought about moving on, so I just focus on business. He says you think he has been foolish for this. Right now I can't even explain how happy I feel, like I'm a teenager again. He paused slightly, his cheeks turning red. You can't believe this is the same man you saw in the office earlier, or on the one who stood at your door minutes ago with many men. Interesting, he suddenly says, staring at a coffee table. Your eyes widen as you quickly try to hide something, but he grabs one of them. Business World magazine. He reads the title aloud. Your face turns pink. You bought it after coming from his office today. I bought them today, for business related. Korea's hottest businessman of the year, Kim Taehyung. He reads aloud, his deep voice a smirk tugging at the corner of his lips. I told you it's about business, really, but I did photo shoot for this magazine, babe, and I know it's not about business. He teases your sigh and look away. Why did you buy it, babe? He leans in, your eyes locked into yours, your gaze shifts to the magazine you are holding. Taehyung is on the cover. Wearing a CEO suit, he looks effortlessly handsome and stunning. You start blushing and quickly hide your face behind the magazine. Taehyung chuckles. Cute as always, okay, I won't tease you, at least not on our first day of meeting again, he says, finally stopping his laughter. 5 months later, Yari, yes sir, I understand. She says, her jaw clenching. She tries to not show it. You are sitting on things lap, one hand resting on his neck. I hope you do better this time because, as you know, my love and I are getting married in a few days. He says before looking at you, you try not to blush, but when you feel his hand on your tongue, you can't help it, even if Yari can't see it. Yes, sir, now go. Here is Tom's arm moving something under her breath. You giggle with them, but then there is another knock. May I come in, sir? You try to get off, but then doesn't let you. Sure, baby, don't move. He gently winds you, not his soul under. Sir, the party arrangements are done. She smiles as she speaks. It's not the first time she has seen you both like this. It's no normal office. Good soul, she grins. Thanks, sir. After she leaves, then looks at you. Finally, you chuckle. Tay, your legs were numb. Let me go, please. No, babe, you are not that heavy. And even if you are, do you think your lovely Taehyung couldn't hold you?